Straight up tell me now it's gonna be you and me forever. Are you just having fun? Tell me. First two things before acting. This is me in a nutshell. The first thing to do, don't get worked up, for everything happens according to the nature of all things. And in the short time, you'll be nobody and nowhere, even as the great emperors Hadrian and Augustus are now. The next thing to do, consider carefully, the task at hand, for what is it, while remembering that your purpose is to be a good human being. Get straight to doing what nature requires of you, and speak as you see most just and fitting, with kindness, modesty, and sincerity. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Thank you for joining me today. The Daily Stoic. You know what it is. Doing it daily, as prescribed by the book. Let's do this by the book. Ryan Holiday, what's he got to say? Imagine for a second that Marcus's life as an emperor what it must have been like. Imagine that for a second. Not too long. Not 2 seconds. So we'll imagine, what was his life like? Marcus's life. He would preside over the Senate. He would lead troops in battle. Huzzah! Direct the grand strategy of the army. Because he was the highest commander. He would also hear appeals from citizens, from lawyers, from foreign governments. In other words, like most people in power, he was called on to make decisions. All day, every day, decision after decision. Please, sir, can you make a decision for me? This formula for decision making, so his formula for decision making is a battle-tested method for doing and acting right. Literally. Which is why we ought to try to use it ourselves. Let's find, yes. First, don't get upset, because that will color your decision negatively and make it harder than it needs to be. Don't get your emotions involved. If you're making a decision that involves your ex-girlfriend, ex-partner, ex-dog, the emotions might get in the way. Second, remember the purpose and principles you value most. Running potential actions through this filter will eliminate the bad choices and highlight the right ones, the ones we want. Don't get upset. Do the right thing. That's it. Don't get all poo-poo pants. Upset and no. What's the right thing? Do it. You know what the right thing is? Ponder. What would someone who I admire, what would they do in this situation? WWJD. What would Jesus do? Ask yourself, what would Paul do? And do the opposite of that. That could help. So you'll either look at someone you admire and go, what would they do? Or you look at someone who you don't want a life like them, and you go, what's the opposite? For what would? Yeah, I'd do the opposite for that person. Either way, you might find those two things align and help you find the right thing to do. But step one, don't get emotions involved first. How was that? You coming back for some more? Tomorrow? Don't want to miss out. Such high value content. What are we doing tomorrow? Ooh, we're getting some therapy. Therapy tomorrow. You're like, this guy needs therapy. Yeah.